Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Back. Steve Rannazzisi. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi. Lit. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. Fucking lit. I'm the guy. Steve Rannazzisi. What's the odds?
Hey, what's up? It's it's What's the Odds with Steve Rannazzisi, the by far sloppiest podcast in the history of goddamn this medium. And it's been a while. It's been a minute. So thanks for joining us again. I bet you thought we were never coming back. But we are, like a virus, back again, here to talk about, Brent, we started talking about the Super Bowl, and I was like, what's the Super Bowl? I don't even remember that thing. It's been so long. That was our last podcast was right before that. So look, I thought it was a good Super Bowl, and from what I can remember about it, but so many things have happened since then that are like almost more interesting than the fucking game. Mm-hmm. Although it was a good game. But what do you have to beef about, Brendan? Because you said you were still recovering. You said you were, first of all,
it was an intense game. It was a lot of fun, and I had to recover. And I've taken the last few weeks off. I'm no longer gambling, and I'm just relaxing, and I'm watching television again. I'm listening to music again. It's nice.
You're detoxing.
Yes.
That's what you're referring to. That's a detox.
I went on my silent retreat. I was in a darkened room. Cassie didn't come in for 4 days. I didn't eat. I lived off the air.
Aaron Rodgers going into that little retreat was more interesting than the halftime show, by far.
Yeah.
You saw that hut he went into?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Like a prison chamber. Did you? How long was he there for? He said 4 days.
4 days.
It was like you didn't hear from him for a while.
No.
By the way, Brendan, I hope the whole world can see what we can see, that you look like a fucking cartoon character right now. You have some sort of face filter on.
I swear to God, I don't know if I do. I didn't mean to. It's
dude,
my
you look
Wi-Fi.
like Japanese anime.
My Wi-Fi is pixelated.
Does. He looks like, animation. That's exactly what he looks like.
Blur my background.
Yes.
That's
did
even
nothing.
worse.
Okay.
That made it worse.
Where are you? At home?
I'm at home.
Because sometimes the Wi-Fi.
Botox?
Yeah, dude, your skin.
I did not get Botox. If I get really close, you can see I got some wrinkles going on.
No, but from there, dude, you look cartoonish, and it's fucking scary.
It's my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. Talk to AT&T.
My Wi-Fi is good. I'm in the Denver Comedy Works condo, which looks like the apartment from Big. This thing is sick. Look at this, unbelievable. Really, really nice. This club is awesome, and the condo is amazing. So, but I had also last weekend in La Jolla. That's the other reason why we haven't done a podcast in a while. All three of us have been traveling nonstop, so we've never really been able. Someone's been on a plane at all times. So last weekend I was in La Jolla, and that was ridiculous as well. 5 sold out shows. People are still fucking cool down there. It's been a while since I was down there, so I had a great time. And thank you to everyone who came to those shows. But I didn't get to stay at the condo down there, which I do miss because now they rent it out on like a pretty regular basis. And very few get to stay in that condo. And if those walls could talk, Jesus. There's a lot of people that'd be in jail.
Yeah, I wonder if people who do rent it out, if they know where they're staying. Because I doubt that they advertise that.
They definitely should not.
By the way, this bed you're sleeping on has been fucked on by 4 generations of comics.
And also been used as state's evidence in several cases. Your Honor, I'd like to present state's evidence Exhibit A, the mattress from said condo. They had to roll that thing in there. Yeah, that place is magical, right on the beach. Mm-hmm. Although last weekend was, I don't know how you're doing, Brendan. Pretty much apocalyptically cold in California.
It snowed in Burbank a couple times this week.
I was in Pasadena on Thursday before I drove to La Jolla. I tried to sneak in 18 holes of golf in the morning, got to 15, and it began to fucking hail.
Yeah.
Like hail, dude. Hold on, let me pull up the fucking. You keep doing your thing. Yeah, the green. It had like an inch of hail on it, and it was ridiculous. It looked like. It looked like. I was like, where are we? What is happening right now?
Yeah, it's been unreasonably cold, and the rain hasn't really stopped. It's let up a little bit the last day and a half, but it's still freezing cold here for our standards. Hasn't been great. And that was after going to Milwaukee, where I flew in during a blizzard, and then the week after that I was in Phoenix, and it was unreasonably cold there too. So
If you
I
want to
can't
share the screen, I
escape
can
it.
show you the picture.
Not really, but you
What?
know, kind of.
Is that snow or is that okay? I was
That's
thinking that might
hail.
be.
Okay.
Those are little pellets of hail on the fucking green.
Question:
Little-
Do people keep playing? Were you the only one that quit, or did other people still go?
You can't putt. I mean, people were still out there, but they were getting pelted with fucking. Those things hurt. I was in a cart, but you hear, and then people pay full price. They want to get all 18 holes in these fucking
Yeah.
lunatics. I don't know how you putt on
Yeah.
that. How would you putt on a fucking the marbles? Like there's
The
like
same
marbles all
way
over.
that the Bills kicked a field goal. You get a couple of people and they kind of scattered away
It's-
right before the snap.
But it
and
was
then
still
you hit
coming
it.
down.
Yeah, you got to
scatter
be
it,
quick. You got to
they
be
keep
quick,
coming.
just like
Scatter.
they do.
It's sort of
they
like
shovel and then they line up and kick it.
I guess you'd have to putt like the way they do curling. You putt and then the guys could sweep in front of where the ball's going right into the hole. That's what you have to do. You'd have to have
Yeah.
help. That's a good idea. Yeah, it was crazy. Did they get fucking snow in Calabasas? I heard like there was like snow for the first time in like 65 years
There
in
was
Calabasas.
snow everywhere. There was snow at Disneyland one of the days. Which, by the way, did you go with your family?
No, they went. I
Okay.
was
I
yeah.
was there. We saw after the fact that I was there the same day as them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many times a week are you going to Disneyland now, Brenton?
Yeah,
We're
dude.
trying to go as often as possible because Bob Iger decided he's going to lay off 7,000 employees without talking about who that is. So we're taking advantage of every opportunity that we have to go for free until that day ends.
Wow. 7,000. That's a lot.
Well, they employ like 500,000 or 10 billion or whatever it is. I mean,
Oh, that's a
they're
big difference
a
between those
big
two numbers.
company.
But yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
there's a lot of
understand.
employees.
Yeah. No,
Did you see the
people that my family went with, they're big Disney people too. And they apparently they know like the restaurants, the secret restaurants and all these things.
Yeah.
Do you know
all
there's
of
a
that.
club that you could buy into for like
Yes.
20 grand a year that you can't even guarantee that you still get to eat there. You still have to
Yes.
pay the food.
Oh yeah.
You still have to pay for the food.
Yep.
Did you see the Guinness Book of World Record holder for most consecutive visits to Disneyland finally quit this week, though?
What was it, like
After-
8 years?
Yeah, almost 3,000 consecutive visits to Disneyland. When they did their last price hike, he said that's enough.
Oh, is that what he said? Really?
Yeah.
That was his,
God,
Yeah,
that's
he
bad
couldn't
PR.
justify the price anymore.
Oh,
And his
that's-
girlfriend is like, "Thank God, now we can finally take some trips."
every day.
This guy has a
dude.
girlfriend. What's that?
Where'd he meet her?
Disneyland.
Probably Disneyland.
Universal Studios. He had to go to Hollywood to fucking meet his girlfriend. So his line in the sand was the price hike. I mean, what did it go
Yep.
for? I mean, it honestly, the
Looking
three tickets,
here.
my Tracy and the two boys. You know how much money it was for the three of them to go for one day?
Was it a park hopper?
Yeah, park hopper,
So we're
fast pass,
talking
the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, we're talking about $1,800.
Yeah. I thought the credit card was wrong. I go, what the fuck did you guys do?
Yeah. Steve, as a Disney shareholder, I thank you for your patronage. And
Yeah, but I own
hope
shares
to have
too.
you back soon. Very, very soon. So again, yeah, I'm going as much as
It
possible.
better go up more than
Not
1,800
knowing-
points.
Not knowing that we'll be able to do that in the near future. So we're going a lot because we know all about the food. They're doing like the California Food and Wine Festival right now, and it's fucking awesome. I mean, we don't even really ride the rides. We just go there and get drunk and eat good food.
That's what my friends do too. They love it. The kids love to run around the park and stuff. But yeah, my friends just go and they fuck around. And I mean, look, to me, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's waiting. I mean, look, if you have the Illuminati passes and stuff, and you can afford that, but like, I'm not waiting on lines. I don't really, some rides I'm like, I'm cool with, but like most things, I don't want to be scared. I don't want to be jostled. I don't want to be,
Yeah, we know that the
I
video
don't
you
like
on
Get a
that.
bad
the
bag.
fucking Ferris wheel, freaking
Yeah,
out.
I don't like that. I'm not happy that. By the way, speaking of, what does make me happy, see this right here? You see this new lid?
New Callaway hat, very
While
nice,
I was
very
down,
clean.
even though, speaking of shitty weather, even though it was shitty weather, I didn't get to play golf down in San Diego as I normally do, unfortunately. But my good buddy Matthew Adams over at Callaway took me to the Callaway headquarters down in Carlsbad. Got fitted up for a new set of sticks. Ooh, they are going to be fucking tits. And he got me on a tour of the place, like the Willy Wonka tour, like how the balls are made, how they get smashed into the fucking. I have so many more videos I want to show you, but now I can't because I don't know how to fucking work this stupid thing. But
I have a question. As
yeah,
a
go for it.
completely ignorant golf person,
Yeah.
so it seems like every 3 or 4 months you have a whole new set of clubs, and
No, first of all, it's not every 3 or 4 months. It's rotationally set
okay,
when they make new gear. So they
okay,
set up new irons about every year and a half to 2 years. So my irons will be now. Look, I am getting a new set of irons, but they're the same irons I have now. They're just newer, but
but
but they're not
this is
any
my
different,
question.
is what I'm
This is my
saying. But the
question.
driver is much different, and it's unbelievable. It's beautiful. I'm not going to be able to fucking pull the ball and hook it left anymore. I got a beautiful baby fade working now. It's sick. I can't wait. But yes, go ahead. What's your other question?
So we've been doing this podcast long enough that this is probably the fourth or fifth time you told me you've gotten a new set. Is
I'm
it like
getting. I am.
okay,
Yeah.
you're getting a new set. Is this like when you lease a car, do you turn in the old clubs or do you just have like a storage unit full of golf clubs from the centuries that you've been playing?
There's two schools of thought on that. Now, I have yes, I have a couple sets of old clubs. These ones that I have right now, like no one that I play with can play with these clubs. They're not good enough. You have to be professional to play with the clubs. So I can't give them to my sons. It's like handing a Lamborghini to a fucking, a person with a driver's permit.
Yeah.
So I what I normally do is I hold on to drivers and putters and wedges always, because those things usually, like, drivers, like, they go out of style and stuff, but I like to fuck around with old drivers. The irons I will sell to like a resale, like one of those resale outlet places, and get credit, and then use that to get like clothes and shit like that. Cool stuff. New rangefinder, something like that. But it's sick, dude. It was like I got to see how the balls are made. I got to see them get, like, I went into the room where they're like zing, and they're like moving them around and stuff like that. I went, oh man, what about the one where the fucking they can set it to where they whack the fucking machine. They whack it. Look at this fucking thing.
I have no
See that?
idea what I'm looking at.
Wow.
Oh,
You didn't
okay.
see it?
Wow.
Yeah,
You
that
saw
looked like
that,
a
right?
it looked like a robot dick.
It is. It's a robot, right? This is how they test the clubs. They go, all right, hit this fucking ball 165 miles an hour. Like, and then they just fucking do it. And then they have all these screens that take all the, like, all the different data and everything like that. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I had the greatest time ever. But I did get to
Question,
hit balls
Steve.
and stuff there. Yeah.
Could we do a bet where the loser has to get hit in the ball sack with that thing?
No,
I mean,
no. I want to have children. That's great that you already had yours and you don't seem to want kids. I want to have kids, and I'll probably end up losing that bet. And then Cassie's not going to talk to me for a week,
a week.
at least.
Why? That's what you think it's going to be, the punishment
Yeah.
in 1 week? You castrate yourself and you don't think she's going to talk to you for a week? You think after 8 days she's like, you know what? I've had some time to think about this, and it's fine.
Honestly, you
It's
don't know her. She probably would be okay after 8 days.
Why is it 8? Why is that's 8? That's a very strange number.
She would just
I
say,
mean,
"Oh, I missed you, and I'm sorry, and I know you didn't mean it, but you gotta stop doing stupid shit like this."
dude, you're not. Wow, you really have. You think highly of yourself, don't you? I'm teetering on the fact that my wife could leave me at any moment. That she definitely doesn't need me, and that I am expendable. So, but you seem to have a real firm fucking commitment in your marriage. That's cool, dude. Um, anyway, what else? Yeah, so the weather sucked, but I got to play golf indoors, which was fun.
Mhm.
The kids went to Disneyland. That was they had a great time. They went. I mean, do you do the whole day? Like when you
No,
go,
no, no. We go usually we try to go during the week and we go as soon as she gets off work.
yeah, I
So
mean
we'll
they
go
went
for
on a
like 7, 8
Tuesday, but like
hours.
they got there at like 8:30 in the morning and they came home at like midnight.
Yeah, we went early that day because we were with Cassie's sister and her kid and a few of their friends and their kids, and so we got there right when the park opened, but we left at like 2:30.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, dude. I'm a very
Well,
like,
Yeah, say
when you don't have to pay
yeah,
for it, you can do
I
whatever you want
know.
to do.
But then again, they spent fucking $1,800, so it's like you
Yeah, you
might as well
better
get your dick
squeeze
sucked the whole
every
day.
ounce of
Yeah,
magic out of this place.
they still had to pay for food
Yeah.
at the restaurants.
Yeah, so she gets other than the alcohol, she gets like 50% off everything. So we don't pay to get
Man,
in and then everything's discounted and then she gets coupons on top of that. So
dude, that's
and
the way to do it.
if she's let go, that ends the same day. Like we could be walking up to the gate, she gets a call, "Hey, you're out. The card's not going to work."
No way, dude.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
that's what
Do
she
you
that's how
told
think they
me.
Disney
have a
fires.
master
That
shut-off switch?
They have it's all I don't know. I don't know how computers work. I don't know how
Steve,
the system works, but they just delete your name and all of a sudden the card does not. Yep.
that's
What
how
if
you
you're in the
find out
middle
you're
of the
fired at
park? Do you think
Disney
they
is they
kick
don't
you
let
If
you
you're
out?
in.
already if you're already in, you're fine, but you can't park hop at that point.
Mr. and Mrs. Biddlecombe, can I ask you,
Yeah, they'll
can you please
find
come
us.
with us out of the middle of the castle? They're
Mickey's
gonna
gonna
rip you
grab
off.
us
It's a
by the
fucking small
shirt.
world. Yeah. That's why they shut down fucking Pirates of the Caribbean every 15 minutes because someone got fired and they
Yeah,
don't want them going down the fucking flume.
exactly.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen to you, dude. I really hope you. I mean,
I
obviously,
think
I hope she
she'll
doesn't
I
get.
think she'll be okay, but obviously, you don't know until you know.
Yeah. You haven't gambled since the Super Bowl, by the way, for real.
Mhm. What's there to gamble on?
Golf has been pretty fucking cool for me.
I
I've
know
won a couple
nothing
hundred
about
bucks.
golf. I'm happy for you. I know nothing
No,
about
but
the sport.
yeah, I thought you were doing NBA too. That's why I asked.
I looked at it and then I decided I had been out of it for too long that I don't even there's been so much movement with players and teams. I have no idea who's where and I don't even want to try to invest the time. So I'm just out until football.
You're out till football.
I'm out till football.
You're gonna live off that big championship weekend win till we all fucking get fired up. But by the way, there is no. Are you watching the combine? I
Um
watched. I
I'll
literally
read
yesterday was
I'll
returning
read. I'm not gonna
emails.
actually sit and watch.
I was returning emails for like 45 minutes, watching the linebackers do the thing where they lay in the middle, they jump up, they go like side to side over the hurdles, come towards the coach, and he's like, "Oh, get back!" and he just sends him back. I watched like 75 guys go through that thing. Like it was like I'm like, and I have to admit, you're like, what am I? It's almost like just the same
Yeah.
thing over and over. What am I looking at here? But yeah, and I'm watching Adam Schefter lift up, trying to break Christian McCaffrey's record
I
on the
will
bench press.
say, Steve, I'm excited about. I think we were a year early on the Broncos offense because getting Joe Lombardi to get in there with Sean Payton and reuniting them, that's going to be pretty fun.
Funny you say that. I did sports talk radio here, and I said to the exact same thing to them yesterday. I said, look, I don't know. I said, I think you made a mistake not hiring Rex Ryan because just for I think having him around would be wonderful. I'm like, that makes you instant HBO Hard Knocks. I don't know if you can do a first year coach, even though he's really not a first year coach. He's been a head coach many times before.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that bends the rules, but anyway, I go, that would have been a great. But I said, with the moves that you guys have made, I think with that defense, it's going to be a one and done. This is like you guys just got sick to your stomach for 1 year, and you'll be back in the mix next year,
Mhm.
100%. And I agree with you. I mean, they've been the most improved team since the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. And again, go back and watch the last 2 weeks. They actually played pretty good football. It was a coaching issue. I mean,
Out of-
Russell Wilson is not what he was 5 years ago, but he's still good enough that
Yes,
he can manage that
Yeah.
team.
he can, and he showed at the end he still has the ability to, be a decent quarterback that can lead a team when he's given the opportunity to.
Mhm.
That was just a shit show of a coach and everything, but that guy got a job again too.
Yeah.
He's the Jets offensive
Jets
coordinator, right?
offensive coordinator. Good luck. He's gonna
But
have the
it's all
same
it was all a
playbook as
move.
with Denver.
It was all a move to get. It's all a move. The one chess piece that we're all waiting for. Literally, the entire offseason moves is waiting for what is Aaron Rodgers going to do? Where is he going to end up? And then that's when Derek Carr will get a job, and everybody else will start to get
Well,
jobs. But
I think it's a 1A, 1B situation. What is Lamar Jackson going to do? Because I think the longer that this drags out, Baltimore is not going to get him. So is he going to go to the Jets? That's a rumor. But an even more interesting rumor is he could go to the Buccaneers.
I haven't heard that. I thought that the franchise tag was still in play with that. So I didn't think he had much of a
Maybe.
choice that more than he does. I mean, he could not sign the franchise tag,
Mhm.
but then doesn't he have to sit out?
He's then have to show up to camp,
Yeah.
which you want your quarterback at camp. You need him at camp as your quarterback.
You need him at camp because you have a new offensive coordinator and you're going to put in a whole new system next year. So you need him before camp. You need him like yesterday, working with guys right now.
It's 180 to 200 million dollars guaranteed. That's what I bet you the number. I feel like all the offers that have been given to him have been like, well, if you're MVP, that's a $10 million thing. They're all incentive laden. I think he wants 180 to 200 million guaranteed the moment he puts the pen to the paper.
Mhm.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're anywhere near that.
Well, they're not going to be because look at the last few years. He's been kind of injury prone because what everyone says about a running quarterback is happening. So he's not staying healthy and he's not playing 17 full games.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So-
mean, look, he's got to look at, he'll have options to go other places, but I don't know if he's getting, do you think the Jets give him 180 to 200 million? Does anyone else give him $200 million guaranteed?
Maybe the Jets.
It's probably it.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'm the Ravens, I try to go get a ton of picks for him.
But what I'm saying is,
I go,
hold
hey,
on.
Derek Carr, hey, Jimmy G.
But what if tomorrow Aaron Rodgers, finishes his trip and decides, hey, I want to be a Jet. Let's make that work, right? Now, Lamar Jackson, what is he going to do? Where's he going to go for? He has no other option. So
Vegas, but they don't have the money.
The Falcons have a lot of cap space.
Yeah, the Falcons. I've also heard that team kicking around. I don't know if he wants to go there. They're definitely not really in a position to win.
yeah,
But he could go.
What's that offensive line like?
He could go to the Jets, and the Jets have a very good defense, and they have a lot of very good skill
But I'm
position
saying I think
players.
their number one is still Aaron Rodgers. In the New
Also,
York,
the Jets don't have cap space really, so they'd have
No.
to make room for him.
yes, yeah, they'd have to, and they're going to take a big hit if they take Rodgers on. They'll have to make room, but I don't think they have enough room to offer him 180 to 200 million dollars.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is, I don't think he's going to another team for like a 1 year thing. If it's going to be a 1 year thing and he's not going to get all the guaranteed money he wants to get, he'll probably end up just staying with the fucking with the Ravens.
That's going to
And
be a
then you
bad
gotta-
situation though, because
And
he's
you're
going
going
to
to play all
hold
out
out
again.
Yeah, he's going to
Yeah.
hold out. The offense is going to be brand new. It's going to be really sloppy. And this season that he would then use to showcase to get that big contract next year is not going to happen because he's going to play like dog shit.
you're gonna have the whole yeah, but the talent, unless he gets hurt, the talent you'll see is still there. I mean, look, it's
Well,
Cleveland that fucked everything
not
up.
really. He doesn't have any wide receivers still.
Who knows what they do in the offseason?
They'd have to make a pretty aggressive trade.
But I think Derek Carr is the only one that's sitting around going like, I kind of know where I want to go, but I can't really do anything about it because I'm everyone's second choice. So it's weird that none of that stuff has been. There haven't been many moving pieces as far as personnel,
Yeah.
not on the coaching side. What's the most interesting coaching move to you so
think
far?
Joe Lombardi and Sean Payton reunited in Denver. That could be a deadly combo.
Jeff Saturday out at Indy.
Yeah, thank
for good.
God.
Yeah,
That should not have been a thing to begin with.
Yeah.
And Leslie Frazier, the Bills defensive coordinator, is taking the year off, which means that they were like, hey, man, we're going to let you go. But if you want to say I'm taking the year off just to save face, that's likely what happened. But he's out.
Did what's his name? Cliff Kingsbury get a job?
Not yet. He's
Not
probably
yet.
still, is he in Thailand
I think,
sowing his oats with the lady boys?
yeah, I think he went back to interview for Houston, but maybe he went back to Thailand.
It used to be interesting. I mean, that's another team. It's like, they I don't know what their quarterback plans are, but what about
Houston?
Derek Carr in Houston with Cliff Kingsbury? It's like could get interesting.
That'd be so bizarre because remember David Carr was the
I know.
first Houston's Texans pick ever.
He can go redeem the Carr name down in Houston.
But
Carson
they're going
Wentz,
to draft somebody, I'm sure.
Carson Wentz, no job. Baker Mayfield, no
XFL,
job.
baby.
Yeah, it's I mean, and I don't even know if they'll get jobs. Backups,
I think Wentz.
probably.
Yeah.
They'll get backup jobs.
I mean, yeah, Wentz has pretty much been a good backup. If you have him as a backup, or if he's hurt on your team, you probably end up in the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
That's where he's suited best. It's tough. It really is. I look at that and I go, man, everyone was so right about, or felt like they were so right about Carson Wentz for so long. And it's crazy. It never seemed like it wasn't like an athletic thing. It always just seemed like something mentally. He just could not figure out where to throw the ball and who to throw the ball to. His decision making just seemed to not be right. It never got better.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, in his defense, and I'm with you. He's a mediocre quarterback, or at least that's what he's shown. But in his defense, that last year in Philadelphia, his line gave him no help, and then he went to Indy, and that offense just could not figure shit out. And the offensive line couldn't really stay healthy. So Washington, it wasn't going to be any better. He's not fallen into the best situations.
Yeah. I mean, but he's always had a chance. They haven't been that bad. They're not like he went to Houston and he's trying to go there and
True.
It's like Indy was a pretty good, the best running back in the league, a good offensive line. He just fucked everything up. It was him that fucked it up. He fucked up 2 games himself with his own decision making. So I'm like, I find it weird that you go from being this athletic, he was rookie of the year, right? Almost an MVP. Did he win an MVP?
Mm-hmm. Almost. He got hurt like 6 weeks before the end of the season, but he was the front runner.
And right into fucking basically, I hope the XFL, dude. And who knows? He could be like fucking Kurt Warner.
Mhm.
Come back.
Have either of you seen
run
this
here.
the NFLPA players poll, the survey that they did as far as the treatment of the teams, and each team got a grade as
No.
far as
I saw the Bills
Okay.
result because my brother sent it to me.
the
got
Bills got
What
pretty
did we
much
get a D plus in what was it? Travel.
the worst grade the worst grade the Bills have is a C in nutrition, but the Arizona Cardinals pretty much got an F all around. There's some really interesting findings from all these surveys. So out of, what is it, 32 NFL teams? 6 teams don't fly players first class. 18 of 32 teams offer family rooms in stadiums where families can go with their children. That was one of the things the Players Association graded each team on, was the treatment of the families. Hill's got an A- for that. Let's see some notable. Here's what did make sense is, as far as the actual condition of the facilities, the New York Giants got a B and the Jets got a C+, and I thought they have the same fucking stadium.
Also,
Well,
don't you
maybe they're
guys have
talking about
rats?
practice facilities. Probably
Yeah, it
talking
could be
about practice
practice
Oh,
facilities.
there
Yeah.
you go. There
But-
you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
that
they have
makes sense.
rats? You have a cat that hangs out just to get rid of the rats.
Yeah, well, you need that, dude. It's
Still
right by the
getting a-
water. It's in
still getting
Jersey,
a B
dude.
minus.
Yeah.
Dude,
Pretty
tons
generous
of
B
rats in New
minus.
Jersey.
And I guess 7 teams now don't arrange for players to have roommates on road trips. It doesn't say what 7 teams those are, but it was a pretty interesting survey because, of course, it's only
Wait,
players.
explain
filling
that to
this out.
me. What do you mean? Doesn't
You don't have to
That
bunk
means-
up with someone else who also weighs 400 pounds and sweats
only
and snores in
7
their
teams
sleep.
have that? You saying that, right?
Only 7 teams, yeah.
Oh, I read that as 7 teams will like hook you up. They don't care if you bring like a prostitute or a roommate into your room. Like to
and we
fuck.
know what those teams are.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 6 teams that don't fly their players first class, one of them that was what was revealed is the Washington Commanders, who I don't know if you're following this, but they are kind of up for sale now. And there is a condition, arguably, that Jeff Bezos cannot buy the team because Dan
Why?
Snyder hates him that much, because he hates the Washington Post, because the Washington Post writes mean articles about him. And so he
And I also
specifically
think it's a
said,
conflict of interest. If he, well, they didn't sign
Yeah.
a deal with YouTube TV yet, but they signed with Apple TV. I mean, they do air games. It's like that is a company that, you know, but whatever. I'm sure they'll get around that. But he specifically will not sell to Jeff Bezos.
Right. So could you imagine being a Commanders fan right now with the shittiest owner in sports, and you have potentially the richest man in the world potentially to own your team, and you can't have him because your shitty owner is that shitty?
Does he really have a say? If their offer is the best, doesn't the NFL step in and go like, this is it?
Not
You don't get a
necessarily.
chance.
I mean, he owns the team.
Really? I mean, I know you should be able to sell to whoever the fuck you want to, but I always figured these guys have some sort of fucking stipulations built into these contracts where it's like, we're gonna take your shit over.
I mean,
Mutiny
maybe,
style.
but it'd be like if your whole neighborhood was like, Steve, we're selling your house.
I know, I get it, but
All the neighbors got together and we decided we don't want you here anymore. So get out.
I heard Byron Allen's in the mix. Is that right?
I
He
hope
was in the
so.
mix for the Broncos, he
That'd be
said.
amazing.
But
I mean, it would be
I
great.
don't think he has the money. You have to be like,
He
I
owns
think
the
I
Weather
thought it was-
Channel, right? How
He
great would
don't-
it be if the
yeah,
Commanders
Byron
were
Allen's a
just like every
billionaire.
other program on the Weather Channel?
Byron Allen's a billionaire, dude.
I mean, he
Billion.
tried to buy the Broncos, but I don't think he even made the.
But
He was talking up the NFL needing a black owner too when he was buying the Broncos.
that's why I
so
think it's
probably-
going to be. Who else is in the mix to buy the Commanders? I mean,
Let's
it ha-
see.
oh, and where did this report come out? Because I want to read this. Does it say specifically which team? Like, does it give an overall grade as to like who
Yeah,
gets treated
here.
the best?
Yes, it's actually just NFLPA.com. That's why here, let's see. The best grade, the worst grade is an F- for the Commanders.
Mhm.
Overall, F
Yes.
minus.
The players really don't like it there.
0.0.
The Chiefs scored last in training staff, which was interesting. The Vikings and Dolphins both got A pluses, as did the Vegas Raiders.
That's interesting.
Dallas Cowboys got an A plus. Bills got an A minus. Ravens got an A. Cardinals got an F.
F.
Broncos got a D plus. I'm surprised by that. Jaguars got a D minus. And the Chiefs got a D minus overall.
Wow.
What'd the Giants get?
New York Giants got a solid B.
I'll take it. That's where
Bravo.
we belong. I'll tell you what. I don't know. Would you think it was the agent that was saying that Daniel Jones wanted $45 million a year? That had to be his
For
fucking
sure.
old
For
agent
sure.
Yeah.
ruining
Yeah.
his name. I mean, Jesus Christ. When I heard that, I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? 45 million goddamn. Are you crazy? Who does this fucking guy think he is? Now I think we're back down to earth. Now I
say-
think
What,
we're.
35
I say
million?
pay the man.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to get him to like 35, and then they'll franchise Saquon. But I thought at one point we're going to lose both these fucking guys. I really did.
Yeah.
But Saquon wanted 16 million. He's not going to be happy with being franchised, but it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. We need everyone back, and then we have $45 million to spend. We got rid of Kenny Galladay's off the books day one. A couple other people. So
Best free agent signing ever.
Yeah,
Let's-
seriously, that was good Lord
what was he paying? $40 million?
to catch one
gotta blow-
touchdown.
I got to
One-
blow my nose.
One touchdown. And he played how many seasons? It was 2 or 3 seasons, and he played like 6 games, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
But
was
that's
healthy.
not even up.
Like
Yeah,
most
that's-
of these games, he was healthy. Oh, I got to show you guys this, by the way. This is the coolest
What
shit
kind
ever.
of chair
Hold
is that? What kind of furniture they got in this club?
on. Dude, this fucking place. She's okay.
You got a Bozo the Clown in the corner. That's not creepy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't
This
like
this
that.
game is sick because you could put it on and play it. But then this wall. Look at the wall. So she leaves you like an easel, and you can draw whatever picture you want. And I don't know if you guys can see. Am
Looks
I
like a
getting it?
kindergarten class.
Yeah, it really does.
Where is your picture, Steve?
I've been here many times. Look at this one.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
He really captured the nose. That's
Yeah.
actually not a bad Eric Griffin.
Not a bad one. Who else do we know? Jeremiah.
Yeah. Also captured the nose with the J. That's very clever.
Favorman.
Mm-hmm.
Maz. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So I had one. But then they take them down. They move them around and stuff. But it's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I got to
Can't-
draw
can't-
tomorrow.
Can't hang you on the fridge anymore.
So yeah, what else? So yeah, the Giants. I think we're going to be all right now that we have.
Yeah, you'll
everyone's
be
come back
good.
down.
You'll be
Everyone's
good.
come back down to reality. We'll
But
be all right.
you need receivers. You need receiver
and they'll
help.
be out
Daniel
there.
Jones.
D
needs
Hop, my
somebody.
man.
Yeah.
D Hop
mean-
he wants to go from an F minus to a fucking
B.
solid B. Solid B.
And the taxes in Jersey aren't as bad as New York, right? So he could
Yeah,
Technically-
but you can't fuck
Yeah,
with Arizona taxes.
technically
you
he's
saw-
playing in Jersey, so he's getting paid in Jersey.
Oh, speaking of, by the way, let's get Super Bowl. I was there that weekend. Let me tell you the greatest thing I saw all weekend long. Getting off the plane in Phoenix, 2 guys in Phillies Eagles jerseys throwing up into a garbage pail at arrivals. At arrivals, landing just off the plane, straight there, already throwing up into a fucking garbage pail
Mhm.
with a Dawkins jersey on. It was fucking fantastic.
Signs of things to come.
Everyone in Arizona was disgusted that the Philly people were there. Like they were like, we'd rather have the 49ers, even a division rival, over these fucking Philly trash. But yeah, that was the only thing that was interesting that I saw that weekend. Everything else was pretty fucking. There was a lot of entertainment around. Kevin Hart did a show. Kreischer had fucking tons of shows. It was like nuts.
Mhm.
A lot of people in town. The Waste Management, that was crazy. I made money that weekend on the Waste Management, and I'm making money this weekend. It's the Arnold Palmer Invitational. By the way, I don't know if you guys have been clocking this fucking live thing, but the PGA just announced 2 days ago that they're going to next year have 14 events that are like big money events, and they're going to be non-cut events where they're not going to cut the field. And Liv was like, very interesting. That seems like an idea that we may have heard before, because their big thing was like, you guys don't cut the fields, and that's what makes it fucking, Bush League kind of golf and this and that. But now the PGA is following suit, which I don't agree with at all. Like, they're kind of, I understand the big purses, you got to put money out, but you got to cut the fucking field. It makes it, it makes it more, I don't know. It makes it more, the competition is harder. You stress to get to the weekend. If you don't have to stress to get to the weekend, it's a little bit of an easier play all day long. But anyway, yeah, I'm making money playing fucking golf, Brenton. I need you to explain to me how to make more money with the brain that I have. That's the problem. There's no way that your pea brain is smarter in football than my massive brain is in golf. That's what I'm saying, dude. So all I'm missing out on is
You want
the
my
ways to
advice?
play the games.
You want my advice? If you
Yeah.
feel good about the lineup that you're putting out there, it's a shit lineup. Stop playing like a coward and just go for it.
All I see are $20 games.
Stop playing to finish in the middle. Play to either finish first or completely dead last. Take chances and fucking go for it.
All I do is, so you're saying I should put in like $300 worth of $20 entries with some
No. Stop doing the multi-entry because you're playing against guys that are putting in 150 lineups.
Yeah,
Play single entry only, but play with balls.
What does that mean? I don't, tell me what
Play
price
with balls.
What price range?
Any price range. You just have to make sure the contest is single entry. You can only put in one entry. If you play in those multi and you're only putting one
Single
guy
entry.
in, you're fucked.
I'm winning money, dude, in those
I know.
fucking things.
Well, if you're winning money, then why are you talking to me? You're doing fine.
But I'm winning like $40. I want 200 grand. Where's my 200
Baby
fucking
steps,
grand?
baby steps, baby steps.
No, fuck you, baby steps. I'm smarter
Also,
than you.
is there I haven't looked. Does DraftKings even have a golf contest where you have a prize that
Yes.
high?
I don't know. No, I don't see them. That's the problem.
Exactly. No one plays golf. It's not popular enough.
I play it. Holler at your boy if you want to come at me fantasy-wise. I got a wad of cash and I'm ready to fucking
They're
go.
not going to do a millie, but you should look into maybe they'll do like a live finals that you can qualify for. They do that in most of the sports.
I'd play someone heads up for $1,000. You make a lineup, I'll make a lineup.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Do stuff like that. I'm not going to participate because I don't know anything about the sport, but
But you're gonna bankroll me?
you got
cool.
to zig. Yeah, I'll bankroll you if I get a cut of that. But you got to zig when they're all zagging, Steve. That's the secret to winning those contests.
Don't tell me how to win my contest. I know how to win my contests. I just need to know which ones to play in, Brenton. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm coming for.
Single entry, higher
Single
buy-in,
entry.
higher payout.
Awesome. What else? What else is going on? What else do we miss? Baseball's back, thank God.
With a pitch clock.
It's awesome. I don't mind it at all. My son, Jonah, is fucking livid about it. Takes away from the game. I don't mind 3 hour games.
What does it take away from the game?
I go, you don't mind 3 hour games. You know why you don't mind 3 hour games? Because it's more opportunities to fucking get up and get more hot dogs, more fucking ice cream, more everything, dude. I want to get the fuck out of there. 2.5 hours. Let's get back to 1970s baseball.
Yeah.
I love Buck Showalter. He's like, he showed his team a fucking game from 1972. It was like 2 hours and 14 minutes. 9-inning game, moved along, none of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how one of the big plans for baseball to move the game along isn't to cut the commercial time at all. Oh, no. We can't fuck with that. No. But the pitch clock to me is working fine. You know what? Yeah, who gives a shit that it ended up, someone got walked in with the bases loaded. It was a spring training game. And you know what? I don't give a fuck if it happens in the real game, in the real baseball season when it starts. It's a thing you're going to have to get used to for a couple weeks, and then everybody will be fine with it. But it will make the game better.
Dude, if you can't throw a pitch in 10 seconds or get in the batter's box and be ready in 10 seconds, you shouldn't be playing pro baseball.
I understand you're taking away from people. Nomar Garciaparra wants to fucking open up and close his gloves every 10 seconds. That's
ridiculous.
But, you got to think about it like these guys, 20 minutes a day, they don't have to be out on the field or in the dugout. They can be in the shower or headed back to the bus or get to the hotel or into their whore and quicker, and everyone's happier. 20 minutes a day. You give the average worker 20 minutes a day off, paid, they're going to be psyched. So get
Mhm.
used to it. The shift thing is fucking fine too. I've seen some hits go through. Aaron Hicks got a hit the other day for an RBI that wouldn't have been a hit. Rizzo's gotten hits that would not have been hits 2 years ago. So you're going to see that go up. People are stealing bases because the bases are bigger. That looks a little weird. I don't know if you guys have ever seen any games, but
Yeah.
it does look a little different. They're flatter and bigger. They look like pizza boxes now. But other than that, I'm fine with all the rules, and
Yeah.
I like the pace
Speed
of
up
the
the
game.
game, increase the offense a little bit, get people back interested, and get people attending.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, it might take away from the off." I think it's gonna.
It's
lend.
going to add to it.
Think about it. If you have less time to shake off signs and get on the same page, and we got to go, it's like, well, fuck it. Throw the heater down in a corner, and odds are sometimes you're gonna miss,
Mhm.
and those pitches are gonna get hit, and so it's gonna move it along. I'm into it. So I don't even think that's. I mean, it's been drastic. Has there been a 3-hour game since
I don't
the
believe
spring? I mean, think about it. That's the biggest change in sports in the past, rules-wise, 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was like when the NBA added a shot clock, but it was like that's probably the same sort of vibe where you're like, oh shit, this is going to change the game big time. And they don't call it a shot clock, by the way. They call it a
What do they
pitch.
call it?
Hold on, a shot, no, a time counter, something counter, pitch counter, not counter because that's counting the pitch. It's like it's not a clock, it's a counter. Baseball's very specific about what they want to call it for whatever reason. I don't know, but I think it's great. I've been watching spring training games, getting into it. I think the World Baseball Classic is going to start up soon. I don't know what they're not using any of these rules, are they? Who knows?
Probably not.
We'll see. Probably not. So they'll all get fucking sloppy again. Then they come back, and you got like 8 days before the season starts to get your shit back together again. A lot of the guys are pulling out. I'm happy about that. Most of the Yankees are not playing. Higashioka's going to play. That's all right with me. But no pitchers now. I'm happy with that. Sorry. It just you timing. This should have been done in the winter. This has got to be done at a different time. Spring training is not the time to do this fucking thing. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll watch. It's going to probably be the only thing on, so only baseball on. But it'll be interesting to see as far as like, I hope no one gets hurt. I hope no one gets, nothing bad comes about it. And it's, but I'm not like invested. But I'll root for America, of course. But I'm not like fucking dying to see it. So what else? Anything else?
What about Patrick Kane to the Rangers?
Oh my God,
These guys are making the biggest
You
move
said-
in the fucking league right now, and
You
still
said
losing. By the
before
way.
you was talking about what's his name being the worst owner in sports, Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
And I was going to interrupt and say it's still Dolan, but I can't really shit on him because between the Rangers and the Knicks, the trade deadline, the Knicks brought over made some good moves.
Mhm.
They got Josh Hart, and the Rangers made. I thought they were done when they got the first wing guy about like a week ago, who's from Chovsky. What the fuck's this guy's name? I can't remember his name. I thought they were done there, but Patrick Kane, I think, really put the fucking Blackhawks behind the 8 ball.
Mhm.
I think he was like, "It's the Rangers or nothing." Other teams made offers, and he was like, "No." So
Did you see, by the way, how he ended his Blackhawks career?
no,
He
What do you moon
scored.
him?
He scored a goal
Oh.
in overtime with a tenth of a second left in the game. It was amazing.
Really?
1/10 of a second.
I think, it was like there was a little talk that he was sort of over the hill, and he went on like a little bit of like a couple goal run on the last
No,
4
the guy can
games.
still play. I kind of wish Buffalo would have made at least an offer to him because he's from there.
Yeah, but New York's close enough, and it's still the Rangers, which he can contend for a Stanley Cup now. I don't know if it gets you any closer to the Bruins, but that's going to be a big hurdle to get over. But it does
Yeah.
make you a much better team.
The Bruins are very good. The Devils made a couple of moves that make them very dangerous. Carolina's dangerous. Tampa Bay made some good moves, and the Rangers are at least contenders in all of this.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about where you know, it's going to take a couple games to just get everyone on the same page and stuff, but they have a great team. Really just you know, they built upon last year's momentum, and you know, I know the Bruins are having a fucking like one of those unbelievably, they could probably break a record for the most points and
But
most wins in the season, but
none of that matters once you get in the
yes.
playoffs.
Yes, it's momentum, it's health. You know how it goes.
Mhm.
That's why I'm like, I think the NBA with the moves that were made between Irving not going to the Lakers and going to the Mavericks, it sort of spreads things out in the West. Obviously, Durant going to the Suns makes things you know, evenly spread out. And so the West is going to be a real fucking gun show. It's going to be real fun to watch. You know, fucking Luca and Kyrie against, you know,
They went
LeBron.
for 87 points, I think it was last night together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the two of them are figuring it out. Like, think about it. Like, look how well Kyrie did with LeBron. You know, and basically Luca is a mini LeBron. He's a gigantic point guard. Like, he's magic. He could play all five positions on the floor. Right? He likes to have the ball and to bring the ball up in his hands, but working with Kyrie, it's like watching the two of them together when they were on the Cavs, him and a younger LeBron. So
Yeah.
they can figure it out. The Suns are fucking, you know, they got, you know, there's no ego on that team. Everybody wants to just win. So they're dangerous. I think the Lakers are done. But you know, the Clippers got better getting Russell Westbrook. So again, I think it's going to be fucking fun to watch the Western. I think the East is going to be Boston or you know or Milwaukee. That's real. I mean, the Knicks that's going to be fun for me to watch. How far can the Knicks go? Can they get? Can they? They should. The way they're playing, I hope that they can get a 4 seed against like maybe the Cavs in the first round. And get to the second round and maybe go up and put a challenge up against a Milwaukee or a Boston, you know, bring it to 6 games, maybe even to 7 games, you know, just put a scare into them. I think that would be a fucking real win this year for them. So we'll see. But all in all, it's a great time of year, dude. Even though there's no football and Brenton can't gamble, he's got to go on austerity.
Still fun to watch stuff.
Yeah, the NFL
season's
season's starting back up too. Once free agency kicks off in a week or two.
Yeah, plus the legal off season's already started. You got Alvin Kamara is not guilty.
Not guilty.
I mean, we even have our undrafted players really stepping up this year. Jalen Carter's really going to try to make a move to be a top 5 pick, even though he just killed someone, you know, weeks ago. That's always
he was
fun story.
Right back at the combine. He went arrested. I think he spent 16 minutes in jail, and then he went
arrested at 11:42, posted bail at like 58, and was back at the combine a couple hours later, answering questions.
Speaking of murder, have you been following this the Murdoch trial?
Oh yeah, he got guilty, right?
Yeah,
I watched 3 documentaries on this thing.
But I don't know if you saw, but O.J. Simpson weighed in on it. And you got to go find that video that he posted because he had to preface it by going, "Hey, you guys are all asking me. I don't know why you're asking me. I'm no expert. It's the funniest shit you'll watch.
I'm no expert.
I'm no expert at murder."
Wow. He really said, "I don't know why you're asking me."
Yeah, you're all asking me to weigh in on this because you like hearing my opinion, but I'm no expert. But
oh my God,
he's a very humble man.
He really is
very humble.
It really is amazing how he operates. What sort of level? I wonder if he's ever done like serious therapy. I'm no expert. I wonder why people ask me. I'm no expert, and he probably like says it. Does you think he believes it?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think he really believes that he doesn't understand why people are asking him specifically about murder?
1,000%.
Wow. I love it. I love that there's people like that in the world still. We need people like the Juice around. We
Mhm.
really do. They're national treasures. They
You know who
really
we-
are.
You know who we don't need? The guy that I was so excited I wouldn't ever have to talk about again on this podcast. We don't need Tom Brady breaking into stand-up comedy because now I'm in
What?
LA looking over my shoulder, wondering when he's
Yeah, you
going to
haven't
come and bump me. Because I know he
What?
you haven't
listens to
seen
this
this?
show. He knows I don't like him. And now he's
No.
going to come and take my job.
Wait, what? Tom
Yeah.
Brady's doing comedy?
There's been rumors circulating that the reason he's taking the year off is to pursue his other dream of becoming a stand-up comedian.
This cannot be real, dude. This is like, this is not
It's
real.
real.
Steve,
It's real.
you thought you were headlining the Comedy Works this weekend. You just got bumped by Tom.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Do you know what that means? Tom Brady's gonna fuck our wives, dude, and our female comedian. Like he's gonna get all the pussy now. All the comedy pussy.
Here you go, Steve.
A
Let's
single Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Oh my God. 80 for
yeah,
That's a great first line. Today in the land of bad ideas.
he's not a yeah. Well, I mean, look,
maybe
yeah,
he
I'll
can
probably
open
have
for
to
Brandon
open
Shaw.
for him. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, what are you gonna do? I've opened for Meta World Peace, so well, am I above Tom Brady? No, not at all.
Yeah,
Why
I mean,
that?
one of the Bachelor
How
girls.
how bad does that feel, though, guys?
Oh, it feels pretty bad because
like-
it's
that, like,
happening in
every-
everything. It's happening in everything because one of the Bachelor girls is now doing stand-up comedy. One of the girls that we bet on, and one of us drafted one of those years. we
Our
watched.
job is so simple and so just easily done that anyone, a former NFL quarterback who's never really been funny at all, easily done. It's just like, yeah, I'm like, and they'll sell out.
in his defense, you don't need to be funny to do stand-up.
Yeah, that's true. But
I
Steve,
guess.
the woman who showed up on The Bachelor with the
I
dildo,
guess.
she is doing like A rooms right now in LA.
That was
What?
the one?
That's the
Who
one.
drafted
One
her?
who
I don't remember, but you remember the girl that showed up with the dildo?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm
Mhm.
funny, I'm a wild card. She is now doing stand-up comedy and she is performing on some of the best stages in the best rooms in the city right now.
Is she a prop comic?
did she bring that dildo?
As
Yeah.
far
She
as I
fucked
know,
herself with
she's just doing straight stand-up.
I'm gonna kill myself tonight.
Yeah, it's
And,
I don't think the Tom Brady thing's real, Steve. I think it was just kind of a promo for this Netflix roast they're going to probably do with Jeff Ross. But that's where my
well,
mind
there you
went when
go.
I first read the headline.
He's doing a roast. So
A
he is
roast,
doing
okay.
comedy.
So maybe he has to try out jokes or whatever. But please, if you see Tom Brady at a club, you got to let me know how this goes. This has to be. We have to. I mean, look, I understand it's not cool to rat on other comedians when they're trying out shit, but this is different, dude. This is
Yeah.
not another comedian. This is someone infiltrating our territory. This is a person that if we let in, he'll never leave. You know it, dude. They let him into football. He was there for 26 years. Okay, this guy will throw fucking dirt on all of us.
Yeah.
Okay,
He'll
And
never be funnier
there's-
than Peyton
By the way,
either.
Tom, there's no roughing the quarterback.
no way he's
in a
funnier than
club.
Peyton. No way.
Peyton's a natural. If
Dude,
Eli
we
got into stand-up, I'd be full in support of that.
The QBs of
Yeah.
comedy, it's Eli, Peyton, and Tom Brady. I got
I
to
think
open that
Philip
show.
Rivers probably would be pretty good at comedy.
Trent Dilfer was pretty funny. That 30 for 30 with on the Ravens he was pretty good in that. Did you watch that?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
fucking funny. He's a funny dude. Well spoken. Yeah, what else? That's
Isn't like what
I'm
NFL
trying to
player
think
would
of
make the
other
best
funny-
stand-up comedian?
Michael Vick. Which player would make the best comedian?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Gronk is naturally funny. I think that
no, he's
Yeah,
too
but
stupid though.
he's funny at the party funny. He's not funny on stage
Yeah,
in front of
he's a
strangers
sidekick.
funny.
He's not he can't do it all. You got to feed that guy information. You don't want to hear pitches from that fucking guy.
Yeah, and he hosted a Showtime comedy special, and it was rough.
Speaking of Kelsey's hosting SNL tomorrow night,
Yeah.
so that should be
I
interesting.
hope
to
he
see.
gets
And
injured.
I-
I hope he
Trips
blows
over.
his ACL.
trips over a prop and blows out his ACL. Lauren has to make an announcement that he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. That's crazy. I mean, I saw the promos. I'm happy for him. They look pretty funny.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, I think Peyton Manning to me is the first person that comes into funny comedy. The funniest football player I can.
He's shown he's had timing doing the roasts and hosting.
JJ
SNL
was
and-
good.
Yeah.
JJ Watt was very good on the league. Fitzpatrick is pretty funny. Ryan Fitzpatrick is funny.
He's got the mind for
Rosenfeld's
it
probably
too.
pretty
He'd
funny.
probably be pretty good.
Terrell Suggs was really funny too. Terrell Suggs was very, very funny on the league. Trying to think of like the best people that we ever had. Suggs was really good. Ocho Cinco was all right. Yeah, JJ Watt was good too.
Did you, Ocho Cinco, did you ever see how smart he was with his money?
Yeah,
I saw he was always, when he was a player, he wore fake jewelry. He wore fake everything, and he admits to it. He's like, because these idiots are going to know the difference, and he saved every game check.
Yeah, and
He's
it's
a
like he
smart
also
dude.
says like if I get robbed, it's like so what?
But
You
why
got my
not?
fucking thing.
But why not just not wear jewelry at all and then not get robbed and not worry about that?
Yeah,
you gotta
but
show the
that's
bling,
not
Brendan.
cool, dude. Yeah, dude. What are you, an idiot?
I guess
You
I'm
wanna be
just a
cool?
dork in that sense.
You are a dork. You got to buy chains and shit like that. You can't roll around with fucking a Honda. But he did. Didn't he
Not
sleep
your
in the
receiver.
team? Didn't he sleep in like the facilities for like
Yeah.
a couple of years or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different
Yeah.
level. That's a next like yeah. I'm like
It's
that's
like working at Google and sleeping in your car.
or in your office.
But why again? It's not like the rent in Cincinnati is crazy high, especially
Yeah, but
now
every
after the train accident.
Every little bit. Oh, Brenton.
What? I didn't do
Brenton.
it. I'm not the
Brenton.
one
What
fucking
train
it
accident?
up. The East Palestine train act. There's
Yeah.
okay.
What happened was what happened was Richard Belzer was driving a train and he died at the wheel
soon.
and smashed it into the state of Ohio.
I don't think trains have wheels, Steve.
It does, the wheels on the train go round and round, and that everyone knows how that song goes. Is there anything else? Oh, by the way, I'm in Denver this weekend. If you have any more, if you have any interest to come, well, actually the shows are sold out. So good luck. I think the late show tomorrow night has some tickets. So if you're in that town, but also the big one I want to get out, I'm doing a fundraiser on Long Island. So for my own people at Governor's Comedy Club, March 15th. It's 2 weeks. So it's a Wednesday night, one show. Tickets are $25. SteveRennazizi.com. And it all goes to the baseball team. So because shit's expensive.
Which baseball
And
team?
Jack Jonah's baseball
You
team.
gotta specify that.
Yeah. Jackson is 5-0 in wrestling. I'm going to put him up against Conor McGregor next. The kid's ridiculous. He's a 125-pound beast.
Logan Paul first,
Solid
and
muscle.
then Conor McGregor.
I watched
Yeah.
that fight, by the way. I got it in La Jolla because it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was like, forget it, I'll get it. And it was it wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as all the other ones have been.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought he was going to get the decision because he did knock down Tommy Fury in the last round, but it was interesting enough to watch. The undercard was decent, so I have ESPN Plus, so I got it for like $40. I think it was worth it. So, but he did take the L, and they're going to run it back. They'll do a rematch, and we'll see what happens next. But it's still like he's a ways away from being a really, really top level heavyweight fighter or fighter in general. There is a good one on. I know John Jones is coming back to fight Cyril Gane in MMA on Saturday. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night. So I think that's a big one as far as that's for the heavyweight title. If anybody's interested in that, I think John Jones is going to lose. There's a hot take. I think he's going to lose his first fight in 19 fights. So
Put some money on it.
a little rusty. I'm going to take Cyril Gane. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my prediction. What else? That's it. That's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Go ahead, Lucas.
I'm in Austin this weekend. Sunset Room the next 2 nights. 2
Oh,
shows. This gets out.
Did Rogan
did
open his club?
Yeah,
What's
is it
going on?
open?
Next week, I believe. I talked to Curtis today. They're doing training for the staff today, so it's coming.
Have you seen the inside of it?
I just got into town last night, so I just saw
Oh,
the
okay.
outside. I was with Tony. We were out to about 2:30, so I'm pretty hungover.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I guess next week.
Fuck yeah. Are
Actually,
you gonna stick around? Are you going back before?
I think I'm either leaving Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. I'm gonna come check it out next time down in Austin for sure. So that's it. That's all for us this week. You got anything, Brenton?
I'm gonna check out the new Ice House tonight. I'm there tonight
Oh.
on the 9:30 show, and then I'm at the Improv tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know how it is. I've heard good things. So I've heard it's beautiful. So
Well, it
Excited
took
to
3
hear.
years, so it better be.
yeah, should be nice. So awesome. All right, that's the podcast. Thanks for listening. Let somebody else know. Rate, subscribe, share it, and we will talk to you guys real soon. All right. Later, bitches.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Steve Renazizi. I'm the guy